Hey everyone, Happy New Year! I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we're continuing our coverage of the Hasbro Transformers PR box that they sent along before the holidays. Today we're taking a look at Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker from Deluxe Wave 3. These figures are available now, and you can also watch Earthrise on Netflix. That's available as of December 30th on Netflix. These figures are part of the War For Cybertron Earthrise line from Hasbro, and they are G1 inspired. The packaging is standard for what we've seen with the line so far. Beautiful artwork, as you can see there. Hasbro's really offering something special right now with Transformers, as I've said with previous videos and on ToyHypeUSA.com. I'm loving the G1 elements, and I think they're doing a phenomenal job on there. So, going back to the packaging, you see really nice character artwork here on this side, inspired from the Netflix series. And on the other side is additional artwork that looks just like the t-shirt that I showed you guys from the PR box. And on the back of here is a look at the figures in alternate modes, vehicle modes. So what do you say? Let's open these up and let's take a closer look. Hey guys, so here's your in-hand look at Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker. I think Hasbro's doing a phenomenal job with the brand, especially since Combiner Wars, which started in 2015. There's been a lot of G1 elements in the line right now, so and these figures are no exception to that. These are modernized in today's Transformers high-end style, as you see here. They have their Autobot logos on their chest there, which are very nicely applied. They're in their iconic colors that you remember from the 80s. The head sculpts look just like the characters did back then. So I think they're doing a phenomenal job on the brand right now. So as you can see, both figures include the high-end detail. There's a look at the side of Sunstreaker and the side of Trailbreaker. And let's look at the other side. You see the 5mm ports right there. You can plug in some other characters or accessories. And here's a look at the back. Both figures, I put their weapons on the back. On Trailbreaker, just want to show you guys. There's a look there. You can also remove this piece here. And there's a look at the back with the rocket launcher and blaster right there. And with Sunstreaker, his blaster is also removable. So there's a look at his back there. Here's a comparison of Sunstreaker with Spinout and Corden, who are available now as a 2-pack. And for the first time, these two characters are available as US releases. Corden is a little bit of a retooled with the siren right there, the lights. And Sunstreaker and Spinout are just repaints from each other. So I wanted to give you guys a comparison. Sunstreaker is also a brand new sculpt available as the first release, and then they went ahead and offered this 2-pack here. So there's a comparison between the three figures. And here's a look at Sunstreaker, Corden, and Spinout holding their weapons there. It's a little bit of a loose fitting. Weapon does tend to fall out a little bit easy. It's not a tight fit, so just be aware of that. What I found is that on this particular figure, you see how it just comes out very easy, nothing really holding it. Put it in the port right here, and you can spin it around, and it does give you a tighter fit. It doesn't just come out like it does when putting it in his hand there. So that's one way around there. The weapon itself, I think they did a very nice job on it. I just wish that it was a bit more of a blaster rather than the piece that goes on his hood, whatever, in vehicle mode. So that's blaster's probably a little bit of a disappointment, but it works. I think they did a very nice job on it, and see, it's loose fitting on these guys as well. I think they did a nice job on it. There's some really nice sculpted details on there, as you can see on camera. And here's another look at Sunstreaker holding his weapon. Overall, robot mode looks great. Loving the G1 elements in there, and I think they did a very nice job on them. And here's a look at Sunstreaker's vehicle mode, along with a comparison with the other two figures. I think they did a very nice job on this as well. One thing I want to point out is that Sunstreaker has two different shades of yellow. So you should be able to see that on camera. The hood part here is a different yellow than this part here. And this back part here is the same yellow as this one, but different to this one. That's a little disappointing that it's two different shades of yellow. I was a little surprised by that, as I didn't catch that in robot mode. But overall, I think they did a very nice job on it. And it's a great vehicle mode form. Definitely a lot of G1 elements going on there. And I think they did a very nice job. And here's one more comparison of Sunstreaker, giving you guys a look at the back of the car as well. And here's a look at the instruction booklet that comes with Sunstreaker. You see it's very similar to other figures in the line, especially the deluxe figures. And you see all of the transformation steps. And there's a look at the other side. Here's your look at Trailbreaker. He is a retool of Hoist and includes a new head, hip area, and also a weapon, which you see there. Both the weapons are in their right hand, just to give you guys a look and a comparison between the two figures. And let's turn them around, giving you guys a look. You also see the difference in the backpack area there. That's been completely redone. Here's a closer look at the head sculpts for you guys. You see the difference in there. It's brand new compared to Hoist. And you also get a better look at the flip-out shoulder cannon and radar scanner on right behind Trailbreaker's head, which is also different compared to Hoist. Trailbreaker's canopy can also be used as a shield, and that includes a 5mm port right on the forearm here, which is there. So what you want to do is just plug that in, and it becomes a nice little shield for him. Looks great with them, works very well. He's a great figure, great attention to detail. The only thing that bothers me a little bit about the sculpt is that the shoulder joints are only hinged here, or swivel I should say, and they're only hinged along with this piece here. So that's kind of a bummer. You have to move this whole piece just to move the arm, but I can live with that. Overall, I think they did a phenomenal job on the robot mode. So what do you say, let's check out his vehicle mode. And here's a look at Trailbreaker's vehicle mode. He is a camper truck, just like he was back in the 80s, and I think they did a phenomenal job on this mode. You see the details on both sides of the truck right there, the Autobot logo on the hood, the weapon goes on top, and it's the same detail on the other side as well. You also see where he's a retool from Hoist right here, and you can see that in the back. It's completely different. So this was definitely a clever reuse of parts while offering some new parts. I think they did a phenomenal job on Trailbreaker here, just like they've done with Sunstreaker. Here's a look at the sides. And here's a look at the instructions for a Trailbreaker. It's done a very similar way to other figures. Here's a look at the front. And you see all the steps to transform him from robot mode and to vehicle mode. So there's a look at that. It's pretty much straightforward. It's really not too complex, but you might have to have a little bit of skill to transform him. And there's a comparison with Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker for you guys. Overall, I think Hasbro has done a phenomenal job on this line. I've especially been enjoying Transformers since Combiner Wars. So I'm definitely looking forward to Kingdom. A few of those figures are out now. And if you're looking to buy, please check out our sponsors on toyhypeusa.com. You can buy these figures, Earthrise, Kingdom, and probably a few of the older figures if our sponsors still carry them, such as Powers of the Prime, Titan's Return, but those are pretty much sold out. Thank you again to Hasbro for providing these figures for review. We greatly appreciate that. The Transformers team has really done a phenomenal job on Transformers in the past 6 years, so I hope you guys are buying these figures and really enjoying them. And let's give you a look at the back here. That's a comparison of the back of the figures. I am Anthony Scott of toyhypeusa.com. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the written portion and photo gallery of this review. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for more coverage.